Hello everybody and welcome to this Train Sim TV video. This is Mark. Today we're taking a look at the new BR Class 31/1 released for Train Sim World, specifically for the Tees Valley route. We're going to take a look at this pack. Just a brief look, first look that I've not touched this at all so far. It's literally just come out about half an hour ago. So I just want to have a quick look around it, drive across to it. Because I am very time limited, but I'll try my best to give it a good look. This is the number 31285. Brownie points for actually, I think that was actually at a Fornery based Class 31, which I'll look into as we go through the video. Brownie points if that's the case. I'll go through what you get in the pack as the video goes on, but essentially you get the BR Blue Class 31/1 and you get some wagons and some other bits and bottoms, which I will go into. As always with these, it's really nice detail. I don't know if the textures look a bit low res sort of thing, but I think the actual detailing is stunning. Like the weathering and stuff like that is just marvellous. It really is. Also, apologies in advance if I sound a bit ill today, or off it, and I am. That's why I sound a bit weird, or weirder than normal. So here we go, we'll get ready to go. We're taking a freight through one of the timetable mode, service mode workings. We're going to take it through from Darlington across towards Tees Yard. So we'll put the master key in first. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the back wall and put the AWS isolation switch into unisolated. And then we're going to turn it on in this cab up here. This will turn on the AWS, which I cancelled then with the Q key. So what else have we got in here? We got various bits and bats. So I'll look at all this as we're going along, because it'll be a fairly relaxed drive. Let's open the window. Got a changing sound. Okay, so we're ready now. We're going. Next stop location is Tees Yard. I'm not sure if that's it in 11 miles. I guess it probably is. Release the brakes. Move the reverser into forward. We need to actually put the headlights on as well. Not sure what these switches are. Demister and the heater fan, well, they won't do anything anyway. On the back wall we have the left hand tail lamp. The route indicator that needs to be on because that's essentially the headlamp. It doesn't have a high intensity headlamp, but it does have the train indicator above the cab windows. Rail tail light right side doesn't need to be on. Engine room light no. Cab light. That's alright. Turn that off. Up here you got the brake selector switch, and we're currently set for air brake goods, which is correct. There is obviously, I think there's a cold start option with this Loco as well if you're doing it like that. Okay. So we release the brakes. Okay. It's a bit muffled, but sounds decent. It's a better recording, I believe, than the, in my opinion, the 37 one. Anyway, let's have a little listen to this as we leave. liking the sound of the bogies there. Not too sure about the flange square noise, but bogie noise. Is this going over the track joints? I really like that. Probably one of my favourite things about train sim is the bogie noises. I just love this movement between the two sets, between the two locos, that you sort of see. Sounds okay. Maybe a little bit not quite as good on the highest power setting there, but that muffled horn is certainly the downer so far for me. But otherwise, I think the sound set itself is actually pretty decent. It sounds good in the cab, maybe a little bit quiet. Maybe a bit more of the... As you open various things, you can hear it a lot more. I do love the sense of feeling in this game. Simulator, sorry. No, I'm quite enjoying this so far, it seems decent enough. So I'll have a little look at the manual so I can read what you get included with this pack in a minute. No, the manual doesn't tell you what you get included with the pack, unfortunately, I don't think. So I'll go to the store page and find out that way. So included with the pack you get the Class 31 in corporate blue livery. You also get the PCA Santa wagon, which is what we've got behind us when I can find them. There we are. Nice models. Beautiful model. Love the texture. Absolutely love that texture. It's like a weird flange noise though that's not quite in keeping. Not sure what that's all about. I love the way you can see the train sort of bouncing around a bit on the track, it's not just completely stable. I'm just going to turn on the next speed limit thing so I know when the next speed limit is. Otherwise I'm going to go flying straight through it. Next speed limit marker, there we go. And apply that. Well, we're definitely going to be speeding here because I'm hardly braking. Oh dear. Well, that'll teach me to drive her out to speed limit here. Class 101 going the other way. Driving this a bit like Tom. What's wrong with me? I'll blame it on the illness, it's alright. Okay, so before I went and nosed that up, we're stopping now. It's not going well at the minute. a bit of wheel slip. Did anything change when I slipped? The exhaust stopped coming out. It looks better without the exhaust coming out, but I think all round maybe a little bit on the quiet side. Although actually I think my speakers might be quite a lot lower than they would normally be. That's better. I think it was my sound setting for Train Sim World. It was lower on the volume mixer because I've not used it for so long. It's my bad. So yeah, really enjoying that. Sounds decent. I'm going to make the same mistake in this 2 miles. I'm not just going to speed this time. Just letting the amps drop off before I shut off power. Sounds like I've got a sheep in the engine room then. I'll shut the power off. Looks like there's a class 37 going the other way, or 31? Or 37. So you get the class 31/1 in BR Blue included with the pack. You get the PCA tank wagon. Lots of features and stuff like that, which I'm going to go through in a minute. So the Class 31 on T side, the Loco started arriving in about 1971. Class 31's moved up to the northeast, Thornaby Depot, which is also known as T's Yard in that area. And they were based up there for mostly freight working, such as this one. So it's an accurate representation. As I said, I believe the one that we're actually driving here was allocated to Thornaby, which is good. Nice attention to detail, like with the AWS there, June 88, which is accurate for the Loco. These Locos remained up on Teesside until around 1995, when the last ones left, withdrawn from service. The one thing about Train Sim World that still, I know it bothers me and it bothers a lot of people, is this Loco would be perfect as well on the, you know, it'd be perfect for the Transpennine route. It's such a shame now, what are we, we're 2 years into this development and we're still not able to use different Locos on different routes, although some people have managed to now hack what Locos can be used in it. You know, you can use Locos anywhere now. There's people using Class 33s on the Transpennine route. So it shows obviously it can be done by file hacking, which would make you think surely DTG could manage it somehow. But I think it's probably a case of swapping out file references rather than actually something with the game engine there. But it's a shame that we don't have the ability to use this in the Transpennine route, because having this added to the Class 40 and the 47 and the Peak would be perfect, because there were a lot of these based in that area as well. So it is a shame, but it's nice to have another locomotive in the game. Still, hopefully one day we get the tools and stuff. As much as I'm really enjoying this now, it's one of those things where you'll play it for maybe 2, 3, 5, 6, you know, a few hours, and then you'll go back to Train Sim like 2019, 2020, whatever. And I won't come back to Train Sim until something else tickles my interest. Which is a shame, because I'd love to be able to use Train Sim World all the time, but as of yet we're not able to. So looking around the cab, some textures look a bit higher quality than others, so up here sort of looks higher res that bit, and then it suddenly goes lower res there. Again here, but the overall worn effect, I do like that. I think it looks good. Very nice. Overall seems well modelled. And so far it's an enjoyable drive. Oh, that was a sudden drop. What was the point in the 60 mph limit there? Until I don't sound the route. This is Eagles Cliff we're coming into, isn't it, I think, at the moment? Have a little line side pass at Eagles Cliff so we can see what it looks like as it goes past or what it sounds like. We are stopping just there because like I've ballsed it all up. I like the ambient sounds again. I think overall the sounds in Train Sim World actually are pretty good. Again, I feel like they've really done a good job on the sound set on this locomotive. It's for the most part, it's really good. Shame that you can't hear it yet though, that is a downside. So obviously I'm full power now, and it's what, 200 yards away? I can't hear it, that is a bit of a downside. But I can hear the AWS bell. In fact, does the sound stop working altogether now? No. Okay. I've probably just blown traction motor there because I shut the power off really quickly. I mean, that's not great. So the sound now has apparently stopped working because, yeah, who knows why, in all honesty. But it has. I can only hear like the traction motor whine. There's actually no other sound. My 31 is now a class 57, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed hearing your class 31 anyway. Got the feeling I'm going to be caught out by a speed limit again in a minute. I do like the delay on the brakes, that's quite good. Although the train's behaving as if it's fully loaded, although I seem to be, when I was accelerating really quickly, which I don't know. But looks like the freight limit's actually 30 miles an hour here. quick screenshot for the front of the video. Like the brake rub noises. They're really good as well. Yeah, I really like the sound there as you hear the bogies go over the joints. Sounds really good. Be interested to know if other people lose their sounds when they go in the 8 view like I did there. It's a bit of a shame for the end of the video. It's only the exhaust sounds that's gone. All the other sounds, including the traction motors, are still there. These bugs happen. We got a yellow signal a minute ago, so I'm taking it easy on this curve. We got a shunt signal showing there. Don't think I need to contact the signal. I'm not really sure what's going on here, to be honest, but we seem to have the shunt signal showing. We're about to go into the yard area, aren't we, here, so makes sense. Not sure what that is that's standing out on the side there. It's a totally different colour to the body. Like a clip or something. That does look really good. Still no. I've stopped to see if I can get some exhaust sounds again, but no. Doesn't seem to be any, unfortunately. So that's Farnaby Loco shed. You can just see in the background there behind the Loco, sort of on the left hand side where I'm looking. To the right of the 15 mile an hour circle. And that's where these, along with the 37s, were based. A bit quiet on shed there. Would have expected more than one Loco. FPS is still decent. Unfortunately, no matter how many times I sort of fly away, the sounds aren't coming back. So they're gone for good. tail lamp. Brakes are very, very tricky to get used to, that's for certain. So much delay on them. Misjudged it again. I don't think I've judged a single brake stop right on this entire journey. Press the wrong button there, but anyway. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I would recommend the Class 31, I think, based on that play, other than the sound thing, which I'm sure is just a one-off bug, I hope, anyway. Otherwise, I'd say it's a good representation of a Class 31, certainly. I really enjoyed that. Again, shame we can't drive it on Transpennine and whatnot. Downsides for me, the clag's probably the biggest one, really. Otherwise, I'm not, really seeing anything negative much in there. Very much worth 12 quid. I mean, 12 quid you get a Loco, you get the wagons. There's quite a lot of services. I can look in the menu. Just give me a second here. Go to the main menu. I'll look at the services just before we shut this video off so you can see what services you get. You get what seems to be virtually a full day's diagram doing the passenger service, but dragging the DMU around, which is a bit off the wall, but it wasn't unknown, so it's a decent little addition. So you got timetable mode for the Class 31. There is, where's the thing that tells you? I can't remember where the thing is that tells you. So 17 services available for the 31, and that's against 46 for the 37. So obviously it's a lot less. Again, that no doubt reflects the working timetable in real life and how much they did in real life, I guess. Although you've obviously got these DMU workings, which is taking up a lot of them. The only freight I can see that you can do would seem to be the cement train. It's a shame there's not some sort of steel train diagram that you can do. I don't know. I don't think there is, but it's a shame if that's the case that you can't do any steel train diagrams with it. Just even if it's a short trip working or something, would have been nice. You've got the local all passenger services, which is where you tow a DMU around. You've got a few of those. You've got one, that's just a run round. You've got two, more or less a full day's diagram sort of thing. So yeah, again, for 12 quid, I don't think you can complain really. I think it's decent. It would be nice to have it in Transpennine, but maybe one day. I'm sure the website that's been releasing these files where you can use it on other routes, I'm sure they'll get straight on it anyway. So for those that want to drive it in Transpennine, they won't be able to. It'd certainly be nice if you could do it anyway. The same for getting the 40 on this. It's not necessarily realistic. Particularly, it would be good with the 47 though, and even the peak to an extent as well. But it'd particularly be good to get the 47 on this route, for instance. And it just makes you wonder how long we're going to have to wait for that sort of flexibility. I think we've all really been quite patient with it now. It's been a long wait, but yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed that with a 31. Worth 12 quid, I'd say. So I'm going to go back off that because that's going to be deafening. So once again, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate your time as always. Please do like, subscribe and comment. Really appreciate you helping out the channel. Don't forget you can check out Tom. He's usually live on Twitch on Wednesdays and Fridays from either 7:30 or 8 o'clock. That's on twitch.tv/trainsimtv_Tom. And thanks once again for watching, guys. Really appreciate your time. Thank you. Bye.